Since 1960, Triangle Brick Company has been blending old-fashioned craftsmanship with technical ingenuity to create brick of exceptional beauty and quality. Our innovative use of automatic, computerized equipment has vastly improved the way we craft, fire, inspect, and deliver our brick. The beginning of the brick-making process starts with mining the abundant Triassic shale or raw material that is found on site. We do this by utilizing multiple pieces of industrial-sized equipment to keep the material and mining operation moving at peak efficiency. It all begins with our massive D10 bulldozer using a ripper attachment. This heavy-duty machine starts by ripping up the ground to loosen the raw material. This material is then bulldozed into large piles to be loaded for transport. The material is then loaded into an articulated dump truck. Once fully loaded, they make their way from the mine to the primary jaw crusher. Upon arrival, the payload is delivered into the crusher. The raw material entering the crusher consists of mostly sand, clay, and shale. It is hard, dry, and in such large pieces that it must be crushed to reduce it down to a smaller size. The crusher can handle huge individual pieces of raw material up to 2 feet square and is capable of producing over 150 tons per hour. It is then transported by conveyor to the covered raw material storage area, where enough material is stored to produce brick for 2 weeks, even during inclement weather. A front-end loader scoops up the raw material and dumps it into a hopper. The material is then conveyed out of the storage area and into our grinding room. A further reduction in the size of the raw material is needed to aid in the forming of the bricks. The grinding operation accomplishes this objective by the use of electrically heated screens and a powerful 200 horsepower hammer mill. The entire brickmaking process uses a closed-looped system to continuously screen, crush, or recycle material for production. Once the clay reaches an 8 mesh size, or about the consistency of flour, it will then be conveyed to our holding silos. Our system is capable of producing 100 tons per hour, which will be stored in large silos, some with a capacity over 65 tons. The raw material is now ready for the pugging and extrusion process. The stored material is then conveyed into the mill room to begin the brick-making process. This process begins in a special machine called a pug mill, which automatically mixes the right amount of water with raw material. Next, any air that may be trapped in the mixture is extracted by a vacuum, and the mixture is forced through a forming device called a die. An 18-foot column is continuously extruded through the die, after which it is trimmed and textured. Approximately 43,000 bricks may be produced per hour. That translates to an incredible 12 bricks per second. Surface treatments and special coloring are applied to the outer skin of the column to create the different colors of brick. Many colors are achieved by combining additives to sawdust that is then burned into the brick during the firing process. The resulting colors range from deep, rich reds and warm earth tones to pastels. The column is then cut into 110-inch sections and conveyed to the lingle setting machine. It is during this part of the making process that we pull the columns of unfired or green brick aside for the use in our special shape production. Special shapes are a very efficient way to add architectural interest and detail to a building. They are handcrafted with the use of molds, special carving tools, or manual dies. The custom design setting machine uses industrial computers to automatically cut the column into the correct width. Once the columns or special shapes are formed, they are taken through the complex and delicate series of steps required to prepare the stacks of green brick for the waiting kiln cars, per the brick specifications. As the columns move through each step of this process, they are stacked, marshaled, set, spaced, picked up again until they are ready to be set into the waiting kiln cars. This setting machine has the capability of changing quickly from one brick size to another and creates the flute spacing between the brick through computer programming. Each kiln car holds 18,000 modular size brick. The amount of brick per kiln car will vary depending on the size brick in production. After the green bricks are set on the kiln cars, the cars are automatically indexed into a holding room. At the proper time, usually every 1.4 hours, a loaded kiln car will be programmed and automatically transferred to the inline dryer and kiln. Our state-of-the-art kiln is one of the largest in the world. Only 4 people are required to monitor this 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. The green brick goes through a 3-stage process: drying, firing, and cooling. Let's begin by taking a look at the drying process. Drying is accomplished by removing water from the green bricks. This is a critical first step in the firing process. While drying technically begins in the holding area, we utilize an industrial-sized dryer to formally prepare the green brick for firing. After 24 hours, the kiln car will move into the firing. Here, the top firing temperature can reach a staggering 1,875 degrees Fahrenheit. Flashing, which is done to obtain the dark brick and create the wide range of colors, occurs at the last of the firing stages. From here, the kiln car moves into the final cooling stage. This stage allows the brick to cool safely, promising a durable, high-quality product. The total time of drying, firing, and cooling is approximately 57 hours. The bricks that exit from the kiln are programmed to move to the storage tracks to await packaging. This system uses automatic pack unloaders that pick up the bricks directly off the kiln cars and sets them on the marshalling system 6 courses high. 2 industrial robots, which have one of the highest capacities in the world, will then de-stack 88 bricks per cycle at the rate of 20,000 bricks per hour each. The bricks are pre-blended, similar to shuffling a deck of cards, to ensure equal tonal distribution within each stack. Once restacked, they transferred to the auto-strapping section. The brick is banded into half packs containing 255 modular brick, an industry first in the United States. The brick count per half varies based on the brick size. 2 half packs are then strapped together to create the traditional cube for shipment. On the job site, these cubes can easily break down to an individual half pack, strap, or half strap. These smaller packages provide greater efficiency, flexibility, and safety to masons and builders. The strapped packages are automatically moved onto a roller and conveyor for pickup by forklift. Throughout the entire manufacturing process, our quality team performs a variety of inspections to ensure the integrity of every brick we produce. In the unlikely event brick does not pass the inspection, it is graded as B-grade brick or called for backup brick. Finally, the brick is available for pickup or delivery, or slated for use in our in-house sample department. Brick sampling is the most popular way to showcase the color and texture characteristics of our brick. We hand make, ship, and deliver tens of thousands of samples each year for our customers and distributor partners. Our on-site brickyards have enough inventory space for millions of brick. This storage capability helps ensure we are able to keep the brick readily available for our customers when they need it. The majority of the bricks are shipped via Triangle Brick Company's own fleet of trucks. The remainder of bricks are shipped via rail or are picked up by customer trucks or common carriers. Bricks are made available for distribution directly from our plant locations or through our channel partners located in over 30 states throughout the United States. Our Clay County plant in Henrietta, Texas, is part of a recent expansion into the southwestern region of the United States. This positions us for continued growth as a leader in the brick manufacturing industry. From the initial mining operation through to the moment the brick is delivered to your project, we are committed to exceptional service in every facet along the way. The foundation of our business has been built one satisfied customer at a time. Triangle Brick Company, exceeding customer expectations in brick manufacturing since 1960.